Disappointment of the evening. Which politician out there perhaps had the worst night this evening?
Nancy Mace. I mean, the fact that she ran last and she didn't even come into the top three in Charleston County. I mean, it didn't look good going in, but certainly she's got to be disappointed that particularly after putting out the poll that said she was ahead.
You mentioned Nancy Mace. Let's take a listen now. We have Nancy Mace just a short time ago. Take a listen.
Serving South Carolina has been the greatest honor of my life. Every vote I cast, every hearing I called, every fight I picked, I always did it for you. I've seen what happens when good people fight, and I've seen what happens when they don't. And I would choose the latter every single time. Every hearing I participated in, every subpoena I issued, every powerful name I refused to protect was all for you. Because I don't work for the party, I work for you. I've taken on the rich, I've taken on the powerful, I've taken on both parties because I stand with the people of South Carolina. I am literally willing to get on a plane and evacuate you out of a war zone if you need me to. And I did that too. I voted to release the Epstein files and lost some support for that. As a survivor, I chose to stand on principle and stand against the Epstein cover-up. I chose to stand against child rapists. I chose to expose the names hidden in the sexual harassment slush fund. I chose to expose DEI judges. And I chose to expose the abusers of children. And apparently, I chose wrong if the goal was winning an election. I'm at peace with that, because when a candidate is okay with corruption, when a candidate is okay with cover-ups, something is broken. And that's not political opinion, that is a moral emergency. I will always be grateful for the people of South Carolina who trusted me, who fought with me, and who refused to look the other way. This isn't the end of the fight, but is the end of the chapter. When I ran for Congress, I said I believed in term limits and I would only serve 6 years. Well, my time is up at the end of this year. I will forever be grateful for the opportunity to serve my fellow countrymen and to serve the greatest state in the nation, South Carolina. I want to have a moment to talk about tonight's race. This is a spiritual battle between good and between evil. This is a fight between those who protect predators amongst us and those that will fight against them and put them in jail. Now, Alan Wilson and I have had our differences, but what many of you do not know is that over the last couple of weeks, Alan Wilson and I have buried the hatchet. We called it #reset. And I talked to him about my case. I talked to him about my experiences in the broken justice system that is South Carolina. The system of injustice, where people can murder, where they can sexually assault others, where predators walk amongst us, where they can leak evidence in a criminal case 2 days before an election to shame a survivor and the young woman she tried to help. So tonight, I want you to know that I'm going to endorse Alan Wilson for governor. I want a law and order governor, and that law and order governor is going to be Alan Wilson. And I not only think he's going to win tonight, I think he's going to mop the floor with Pamela Yvette. And I very much look forward to that. And I accept Alan Wilson's offer and opportunity to help his administration ensure that predators that got away in my case, that got away in other cases in South Carolina, that we finally put criminals behind bars. And I will do everything in my power to work with Alan and to work with his administration in my capacity as a private citizen and ensure that he wins election resoundingly. Thank you, God bless you, I love you, and God bless the great state of South Carolina.
All right, there you have 1st District Congresswoman Nancy Mace conceding tonight, supporting the State Attorney General Alan Wilson in the runoff coming up in 2 weeks. I know, Bob, you said it's probably the biggest disappointment of the night as far as the political results. John, do you agree that, I mean, she again, as Bob mentioned, she didn't finish in the top 3 in her home county tonight?
No, she didn't. But her endorsement, I think, still holds weight, because the fact of the matter is that Nancy Mace has incredibly high name ID. She has a fan base that may not have voted for her tonight, but do like her.
Right.
I've heard that at party meetings and among friends and fellow Republicans, that there's no question that there's a lot of them that go, I agree with her on this, I don't on that, and ultimately that governor wasn't where they were comfortable with her on. I think what maybe be the most interesting thing, though, is she has had quite a battle with Alan Wilson over this time. I would not have expected her to turn around and do the reset and bury the hatchet and to come out so forcefully for Alan. Yet at the same time, she's made law and order and predators a top priority, and General Alan Wilson has been a fighter on that issue. So I guess on that level, it makes sense.
It does, and I think she's looking down the road also. Tim Scott is up in, 2 years? And I'm thinking she's looking at that, so she wants to be conciliatory at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine Nancy Mace just fading off into the sunset. Just not quite the Nancy I've come to know.
Could it be possible that she could be jockeying for position in a possible Alan Wilson governorship administration?
Anything's possible, but I just, that doesn't ring as likely in this case. I think it's more likely that she is looking at political aspirations in the future. Or it could be a genuine, look, she has voted against her party for the speaker, for example. Kind of like Lindsey Graham, she kind of marches to the beat of her own drum and says and does some things that she believes is the right thing to do. Right, and that doesn't always make you a lot of friends, but that is what she does. She does what she wants to do, but she's also a political animal. So I don't know. Predicting Nancy is a tough one.
All right.